So yeah, fellas, here's the next video on the 52 Ford Customline gasser. Got some of the paint and primer off. Basically had a primer sealer on it, and then they let it sit outside forever, it looks like. So basically got rust underneath a lot of that sealer. Maybe it was there before, I don't know for sure, but there was some Bondo here and there. There's a little repair patch right there, and then there was a dent, I guess possibly from warping the metal, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna pull that out. Not too bad. Sides not too bad. Doors not too bad. The rocker panel, I haven't approached that yet. Looks like there's some Bondo going on there for sure. They had repaired the rear fender. Not too good of a job. Definitely some warpage and some small patch panels is what they basically used. No big deal. We'll figure that out. The rear has a few areas. I mean, I'm sure these are common areas. There's a hole there I'll need to patch, and one over here. Like I said, this is a budget gasser, so we're not doing a full restoration on it or anything. Most of the floor pans have been replaced. The spare tire wheel well has got a hole in the bottom. Not a big deal. We'll take care of that. One thing when you're working on these old cars, there's always other things that you have to do. So the trunk was adjusted terribly and the bolts broke on this side, and it looks like it totally rusted pretty bad because a mouse had made a home inside this area. We'll clean it out and put some rust converter inside there as best we can. There's really nothing we can, I mean, besides taking the whole thing apart, but this isn't a restoration, so like I said, it's not a big deal. But what I have to do today is figure out a way to, so the bolts broke off, like I said, but then this bracket here is rusted apart too, so this bracket inside here was just disappearing basically when you tried to move it around. So what I'm going to try to do today is I tried to tap these holes, but it wouldn't work, so I'm going to just basically weld some nuts on the inside so we can get some adjustment out of it. I might make these holes on the inside a little bit bigger so the nut can move around. Get longer bolts. I do have to address this though, where it holds that plate in. Maybe I can just make some sort of patch to go down to here to get that to hold on, and then we'll hopefully be able to weld it back together. We'll see. The metal's pretty bad, so like I said, this is a budget gasser. It's not here in the Midwest. It's not like we have a whole bunch of trunk lids to find that are in any better shape, really. And but yeah, that's that. We'll work on that today and go from there. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, let me know. Thanks. All right, so I got some 5/16 nuts and bolts and washers, and let's see what we can do here. See if we can get this to work. Get it semi-repaired just so we can get the trunk to work. Again, this is just a budget gasser. It's not any show car or anything like that. We just want it to work and look good from 20 feet away. So let's see what happens. So what I did is I rounded the nuts a little bit and went ahead and welded them on the plate here, and it's cooled off now. And I also enlarged these holes a little bit with a die grinder and a stone, and basically hopefully this will fit right in here. Yeah, so fits in. It'll have room to move around, a little bit of room at least, maybe about as much as it had before, I don't know for sure. And now we got to figure out how to get this back on there, so let's try that now. Okay, so I made a little plate out of sheet metal. Let's see if that works. See if we can tack that on there without blowing through the rusted metal. Okay, here it is, tack welded into place. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. There is some movement there, so hopefully we'll be able to use this. Time to weld it back into the trunk lid. We'll see how that goes. Okay, here's the plate all welded back up. Like I said, it's race car, so we're not worried about it looking pretty, so we'll go ahead and see if we can put this back together and see if it works. So I got it on there. It seems to be working just fine. No issues. Now I just gotta adjust the hinge and everything. A little bit out, but yeah, so it took a little while, but we got the trunk lid working again. And just one piece at a time. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends, and we'll keep adding videos. See you next time.